let's talk about the journey of this team this year, of the Houston Texans, and yourself. Obviously, staying healthy has not been on occasion easy, but healthy you are, and you looked as healthy as it possibly can be in this game. Walk me through your journey of this year, you personally, before we get to your team, Christian.
Yeah, personally, I had to weather the storm. It's been difficult, difficult more than others at times. The hamstring early in the year, and just kind of trying to find my role within this offense and this team, and just showing up every day and trusting the process and just doing what they're asking me to do to the best of my ability. And we were winning games, and that's why you play football, and that's why I came here. And so, whether it was one catch or 3 catches or no catches, I was just, out there doing my job and, trying to have an impact, in whatever way that I could. And, Monday night, the seal kind of broke for me. And I'm just, like I said, glad that, when the opportunity, presented itself, I was able to show that, I still got a lot to give, and I'm feeling good, feeling healthy, and just ready to keep making this playoff push.
Yeah, the 144 yards again is more yards than you had combined all the way from when you came back from injury to that night. And you missed, as you pointed out, a few weeks early on in the season. What did click on Monday night? And that's no joke of a defense it clicked against, Christian.
Yeah, like you said. Great scheme. Obviously, their front is very challenging, and even on the back end as well, they did some things that presented some problems. But I think we caught them in man coverage, a few times, especially on third down, and third down's money down, and you got to be able to separate. And CJ did a good job of stepping up in the pocket and giving us opportunities all night. Even some of the more explosive plays. To me, he did a great job maneuvering in the pocket and, really giving me an opportunity to run under some of those. So, yeah, I think it's just, we were able to click, when we needed it the most, and we got some explosives out of it.
Christian Kirk here on the Rich Eisen Show. Walk me through what makes Demico Ryan special in your estimation, Christian.
Yeah, special is definitely the word to describe him. I've loved, every moment of just, being around him, and, from a leadership aspect, I think the accountability piece is the thing that jumps out to me. And as a coach, he just does such a good job of, establishing the culture, and, everybody's bought into it, from the janitors to the kitchen staff to the assistant coach. I mean, everybody has the same mentality. Everybody is here. And that was the one thing that really jumped out to me when I first got here is everybody's here to help get us to our ultimate goal, and that's to win a championship. And they all take on, Coach, Ryan's mentality and his approach. So it's been awesome playing for him.
Yeah, and at 0-3, what was it like? I know right around then, your team was adrift at that point in time. You were only a couple weeks away from going through your injury. It must not have been a fun time, but what was it like for this team then, Christian?
Yeah, I think, being a part of it, and I've been a part of teams that have gone through, a slide like that, where you drop a few, especially early in the season. And, obviously it's a little bit of a different situation where you start off 0-3, but everybody knew the type of talent and the type of team that we had in the building. It was just getting us to, execute and start playing, complementary football. And it was, you look back at the games that we lost, they're all one-score games, and it was just like 1 or 2 plays here. And obviously in the NFL at this level, that'll get you beat, 1 or 2 plays. And it was just eliminating those mistakes. And, we finally were able to, get on the winning side of things and find that recipe. But I think it speaks to the leadership in the locker room. Guys didn't blink. Guys didn't get down on themselves. The confidence was still there because, like I said, day in and day out, we knew the type of team that we had, and we just had to go out there on Sunday and put it all together.
And then down 19, staring a season sweep in the face at the hands of the team that, you were just playing for in Jacksonville, and then the comeback hits, and you haven't lost since then. What was it like in that moment on the sideline there, Christian Kirk?
Yeah, an incredible game, one that I definitely won't ever forget. Had been a part of some good comebacks, and that's definitely up there. And it's just, I think in that game it kind of encapsulated our season of just weathering the storm. Even when you're down and out and everybody's telling you that you have no chance, you just keep playing the next play. And that's one thing, Demico always talks about is just playing the next play and, extreme ownership to your job and executing at the fullest. And, who knows what's going to happen when you do that. And it's usually good things. And, just another game that you look back on and, it makes sense that, we've been able to put some games together and be where we are today.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.